everyone, that's all the information that you really ever want to know about garlic, right? There's a lot of garlic, and you won't find a vampire here, but what I love the most about garlic are the health benefits. And with it tasting so good in what we cook, why not use it? And it's healthy too. I heard soup was on. My grandfather always used to say that when he put pasta on. Soup's on, but he was Northern Italian. What does that tell you?
We say pasta's on.
Pasta's on. Okay, so you put the pasta on.
So the pasta's on, the pasta's cooking. It's actually almost finished, so it's time for us to start our sauce.
Okay, so we're gonna rock and roll.
So we're gonna start with a little bit of olive oil, as usual. A little bit means a lot.
Yes.
Garlic. In here, I'm gonna add some chopped capers.
Okay. And
really
tell everyone what the capers are gonna do.
So the capers are actually pickled buds of a flower, of a bush. And these bushes grow on an island called Pantelleria off of Sicily.
I did not know that.
And what we've done is chop them up. These are gonna add a nice briny, sort of salty vegetal flavor to it.
Okay.
So I love chili flakes. I love chilies, I love spicy foods.
Yes.
So I'm gonna add a healthy sized pinch here.
Okay.
And then this is diced up lemon zest.
Okay.
You could dice it, you could use it on the microplane, you could do whatever you want. I'm gonna put this in at the beginning this time.
Okay.
I want the flavor of the lemon and the brightness, but I want it to be a little bit more developed.
All right.
And sort of mingle with all the other flavors here.
All right. So it won't cook out the flavor necessarily.
No, absolutely not.
Okay.
It'll just make it a little bit more mellow.
All right.
So the name of the game here is garlic, obviously, and that's gonna be the most predominant flavor. But a very, very traditional pasta in pretty much all of Italy is pasta con vongole. Vongole is clams. I like these little tiny manila clams. These actually come from just north of here in Tamaulipas. So we're gonna cook this, what's called a sofrito, pretty much a base for the sauce.
Okay.
Until the garlic's tender, until the capers have released some of their juices, and then we're gonna reduce it down with some white wine.
Oh, excellent. But if we're starting this at home, would you start the sauce first?
I would start the sauce first. You could do this ahead of time. You could do this the day before and have it done.
Okay, okay.
You don't have to do it while the pasta's cooking.
Okay, so sauce first, then pasta, and then put it all together.
Yes.
The big question, do you break the pasta or you don't break the pasta?
Absolutely not. They make the pasta that long for a reason. They want you to eat it that long. Why would they want you to break it?
See, there you go. If you want it smaller, buy the little pasta,
Exactly,
right?
the short pasta.
All right, do we add oil to the water or no oil to the water?
Never oil to the water. Oil in the sauce, sure, but if you add oil to the water, that forms a barrier for the pasta and it won't absorb the flavors of the sauce.
And when you talk to your cooks at the restaurant, how much salt?
Like the ocean.
Sea salt. Yeah, there you go. It's got to taste like the ocean. So a lot of salt in the water. Bring it up to a boil and add your pasta.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, so next, this is all soft, so we're gonna add some of our white wine here.
Okay.
Just cook it down until it is absorbed, until it's cooked down all the way. We want the flavor of the wine, the acid, but we don't necessarily want it to be a wine sauce here.
And I always like to tell people, and tell me if you concur, if you won't drink the wine, don't use the wine.
Absolutely not.
Right.
I think, just like if you wouldn't eat the bread, don't use it for breadcrumbs.
Exactly, see? Let's talk about clams while we're waiting for this to do its thing.
Sure.
When we are buying them in store, they want to be completely closed.
They want to be compact, and the good way to test is if your clams have opened up, these are living, these are alive right now, so if they open up their shell to breathe a little bit, if you tap on their shell, it should close back up. If it doesn't close back up, toss it.
Toss it out.
Okay, so the wine started to cook out.
All right.
I'm gonna add a little bit of water here, and then the clams, and the clams are gonna open up and cook in these juices here.
All right, so how long for the clams to cook?
I'd say no more than a minute and a half, 2 minutes, depending on the heat.
Oh, really? So
I'm
it's
having on high heat. So I'm just gonna cover this a little bit to get the clams
going.
Sort of going.
Okay, all right, great. So salty water, no oil in the pasta, don't break your pasta, and don't rinse your pasta.
No, definitely don't rinse your pasta. Take the pasta straight from the water to the pan.
Nice. All right, remember A16 is the restaurant. I'm gonna let you guys in on a little secret. This is like the behind the scenes talk. We were talking about these wonderful beans that you did.
Yes.
When you guys do them in the restaurant, come on.
Well, at the end of the night, it's a server and cook's favorite snack to sort of eat these with a little bit of Calabrian chili oil and a fried egg. And I think it'd make a great breakfast.
I think it would. I think it'd be awesome. How
So
we
the clams
looking?
are opening.
And that's what we're waiting for. We're waiting for those. Oh, look at those little oysters. They're opening. They look great. Little clams.
Okay, and I'd say the pasta's about done here too.
See? Right like that.
I'm gonna shake that off. Bring a little bit of the pasta cooking
you
water
don't
to the
mind
pan.
the water.
No, not at all. There we go.
I'm gonna get a plate here. We want to
Here.
plate that up.
Just gonna stir this through, and I think, for me, I always pull the pasta from the water about 1 minute before it's totally finished, because you take that last minute and you cook it in the pan and you marry it with all the sauces.
Ah, very good. And again, still al dente.
Still al dente, absolutely. So this is the point that we're gonna add the basil.
Okay.
Right before we go to plate. So we've got some basil that we've chiffonaded and chopped up finely here.
Now I'm gonna throw some to you. You won't add any butter or anything.
No butter. No, this is Southern Italy.
It's not French. Okay,
No,
just
definitely
checking.
not.
Just checking.
So we're gonna throw the basil in here and just give it a couple tosses, and then it's almost ready to plate.
Look at that, you guys. Doesn't that look great? Now, if we do the sauce earlier, put it in the refrigerator,
Sure.
do we warm it back up and put the pasta in
Yes, and that's funny that you asked, because we actually have some of the sauce here. This is what it's gonna look like before you add the clams. So it's really just a base of the garlic and the capers and the chilies and the lemon. This will keep in the refrigerator. There's so much olive oil in it for a week or two.
And I'd
have
put that
this
on toast.
Oh yeah, put it on toast for sure.
Why not?
So this is ready to go.
Our recipes couldn't be any easier today. This is wonderful, and the flavor and the smells. Of course, we're cooking with garlic.
In the garlic field.
In a garlic, of course, in a garlic field, farm fresh. That's how we like it. Ready
So
to
now
plate
we're
it
just
up?
gonna take it to plate, yeah.
Okay.
Just gonna put a little bit of pasta on the plate. And right now the pasta's absorbed all the juices of the clams.
Look at that. Now,
And
my
then we'll
family,
throw-
they'd be fighting for the clams.
Oh, we've got plenty, don't worry.
I want that one.
So we're gonna put the clams on there.
Oh, and Liza, they all opened up just beautifully.
No dead clams here.
Yeah, no, that's great.
Finishing touch. Another drizzle of olive oil.
Oh,
That's it.
see? Doesn't that look delicious? You guys can do this. We've made all three of these recipes here today for you. In a garlic field, windy, traveling for miles to bring it to you, farm fresh. Liza, thank you so much
Thank
for
you for
coming
having me.
out. A16 is a restaurant in San Francisco. If you want to be served, this is what you'll get. If you want to make it at home, you know how to do it. We're going to go to a quick break. Thanks again for
Thank
everything.
you so much.
We'll be right back.